Hello, and today we're on Brick Lane and we're going to be chatting to the general public, finding out if anyone's had any home hair disasters. Hey, today we are with the gorgeous Fountain and I am going to ask you a question. Have you ever had any home hair disasters?
I would like to draw everyone's attention to my current barnet. Yes, a little bit. And the other little secret thing is, apparently everyone has a shaved head down one side, and that's fine because I still love that. And I teach archery, so I was like, okay. And I, do taxidermy, and I, cut wings off for birds, as you do. So I was like, okay, I'll cut one in, and then I was doing it myself, and I kept cutting in, and then I've ended up with some sort of wing, and I wanted this to be all like, like cutting with like a wet, shave razor and all this jazz. This is my butcher shop. I need to get me a barber shop. I'm so embarrassed. Right.
Oh, I mean, I've seen much worse.
You're very graceful.
Any other stories? Any other colour?
Oh, I've had all of them. I've had your colour. I had a really nasty, it was a £3 wig from eBay. I went to a fabulous gay party and they let me escape with it, which I was going to use as a ponytail, as in like a horse butt tail. But actually, it looked great. I put it on my head. I went to a wassail in Wales, and I put half a horse skull on my head with some pheasants, and and I had this massive ugly clip on, but. Just say yes. Say yes.
You look absolutely amazing. Well, thank you for sharing with us, and I hope there's no more disasters in your future. Hey, so this is Liz, and apparently Liz has a hair-raising horror story about when she did her hair at home. So Liz, hit me with it.
Okay, so from the age of about 12, I have dyed my hair at home, and I'm now 68. As you can see, my hair is dyed. But when I was about 50, I dyed my hair. I used to go blonde in the summer and red in the winter. So as usual, I did my red dye, and my complete face and neck and everything just swelled up. I had to have 3 days off work, and of course, phoning work to say that you've had a hair dye allergy when you're a teacher is not really a very good excuse. But I couldn't go to work. I was in such a state, and ever since I can't use hair dye at home, and yet I had used it at home for the best part of 60 years, I guess.
I may ask, was it the same product that you were using?
Yes, exactly the same product. Well, over the years I used all kinds of stuff, but I can't remember what this one was. I got in touch with the company and it said new with avocado oil, and when I said, am I allergic to that, they said, oh no, we always have avocado oil, it's nothing new. But I had just become...
That's terrible. What, did you go to the hospital?
No. I went to my doctor, she gave me antihistamines. Everything was swollen, everything swollen.
Was it painful?
Very painful, very ugly. So now I always go to a salon and they do foils.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, well thank you for sharing. That is a hideous story. That's fantastic. The best one we've had. Hey, so we have these two very pretty girls with us today, and I'm just going to ask you guys, have you ever had any home hair disasters?
So I wanted silver hair, and my natural hair is like really dark brown. I bleached my hair 6 times in 2 days. Then it was like yellow. It was all different colours. So I went to the hairdresser to dye it dark again. When she was dyeing my hair, it broke off. So I have like small bits of hair everywhere.
Oh my goodness. What were you using to bleach it 6 times?
Powder bleach from Boots. It was like £4, but don't do it.
Do you remember what bleach it was?
I think it was Bee Blonde.
Oh my god. Oh, Bee Blonde. I think that's the Lee Stafford one.
Yeah, don't use it.
Okay, fantastic. Any other stories that come to mind?
I dye my hair all the time and it fucks up every time.
It's kind of a common thing. I mean, one bit of knowledge I might pass on to you is maybe let a hairdresser do it next time.
Yeah, I've learned that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm just going to ask you today, Mr. Ollie, have you ever had any terrible home hair disasters?
Definitely. I think I've done a few in my time. Kind of remember dyeing my hair what I thought was going to be blonde, and I wanted that whole M&M look, and it kind of just went a shade of your jumper. and yeah, I kind of didn't know what to do to get it back, so I shaved it all off, and then I had to start again. But recently I thought I'd get a new head tattoo, and I thought, that's all right, I'll just do it my hair myself. So I shaved it with a Bic, of course, and took it right up here.
Can we have a look?
Are you sure? This has been on for about 3 months. It hasn't come off. I've slept in it. Are you ready? So it's kind of not the same length at the moment still, so I need to wait a little bit, I guess, and try and do something with it. But So this is me right now.
This is you. I mean, the rest of you's
I was
fab.
trying to do the whole like new year, new me, and I've got to just keep on going
New
with this.
year,
for a bit.
same you. A
Yeah,
little
I
bit
know.
messier.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you for sharing. Hey, so we are here with Maddie and Katie, and I'm just going to ask you this question, guys. Have you ever dyed your hair at home and it gone wrong?
Yes, I dyed my hair blue this one time. Do you not know this?
No.
Anyway, I did half of my hair and I ran out of dye. and so I had to get my dad to run to the shop, but then I put the other half on and one was like really bright blue and the other was like that, and I hated it anyway, and I tried to wash it out and it went green. And I was 14 and it stayed green. It stayed green for like months. I literally couldn't.
How did you manage to, what did you do in the end?
Well, I read somewhere that if you put washing up liquid in, it gets the colour out. So I did that, and then I actually had to put it over with like brown dye, and it was just like greeny brown. What? I decided to mash up avocado and put it in my hair.
Did that work?
No.
No, it doesn't.
So Tegan, oh my God, you found like the best people to interview
we
on the street.
struck gold.
Reaction from the skin test, blonde, bleach,
But
breakage.
it just highlights so perfectly how messed up it can
How
be.
messed up the nation really
Yeah.
How messed up the nation really is.
I mean, for all of those people that had these scenarios, you know, the breakage. I mean, she's definitely going to be a hairdressing follower now. She understands the
Yeah.
true principles of why you need to go
But
to
yeah, so
professional.
sad that it takes such a catastrophe for people to realise
to
how
rest.
dangerous. Because I think that's the thing that people don't realise. It's a dangerous thing.
Yeah, they're
It's a
chemicals.
corrosive product.
Yeah. And you know, the lady with the reaction.
Yeah,
I
that's-
mean, we laugh, but it's a really serious thing.
Terrible.
And
That's
these are the
so
things
scary.
that it gets talked about, skin tests in the salons, and I think it's a subject that
quite
we'll
hard.
just
Yeah.
think, oh God.
Yeah.
But it has to be
Yeah.
done, and I think when you see that with the public, the reactions are absolutely
Yeah.
catastrophe.
It's,
It really is.
it's like you wouldn't go for an operation and not see the anaesthetist. You wouldn't just skip a step to get, you know, you
Very true.
take it
Do
seriously.
hair colours actually provide information about skin tests? So they will do that.
Yeah, they still have to, you know, you still 48 hours before have your skin test, and they recommend doing that. It's just, to what level does a consumer read that?
Never.
That
I remember
information.
I
my
mentioned it in the Lee Stafford clip. It wasn't, was it? There
No.
wasn't
Actually, it's a
any
good point.
talk of skin tests, was
No.
there? Which, again, should have been such a major thing to be highlighted.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And yeah, but people are doing it and will continue. Why are people doing it at home?
I just think people are so time poor.
Instant gratification as well. They want something now.
Yeah.
What cost?
They want it.
Yeah,
Cost.
yeah. But I just think,
I'm going to just butt in there because
yeah.
it's while it's in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
I do this all the time. I'm never sorry. Have you done home hair colours?
Yeah.
Hand on heart.
Yeah.
As a
Right.
up
Okay.
until I was a hairdresser.
Why?
I did home hair. Because I was a teenager and my mum wouldn't pay for me to go to the salon, and also like I always wanted to constantly change my hair and stuff like that. But because I remember I had black hair, dyed black hair for years and years, and I decided I wanted to go blonde. So I went down to Boots, got a short
So a bit like that, what Gil was saying about
and I
bleaching.
did it, yeah. And then I honestly thought that my hair would be blonde. So you can imagine my disappointment when I washed my hair. Half of it was brown, half was orange, some are still black. Like it was, and then like 3 box dyes later, I was a nice yellow blonde,
Yeah.
and my hair was ruined.
Suzanne?
Well, so my mum was a hairdresser, and
Interesting.
she wouldn't let me colour my hair. So it didn't come from a place of it came from, I wanted to colour my hair, and my mum was like,
Yeah.
no, you're too young.
Yeah.
And I remember me and my friends went to Boots, and I remember we bought some old towels, because I would see my mum's kit having all the old towels.
Oh, that's
And we just in the bathroom, we just did it. And it was darker,
yeah.
but it was everywhere. I mean, I was stained. I had, I didn't
That's
skin
another
test
thing,
myself.
actually.
It was too dark. It looked like
Yeah.
it was awful. And in that moment, I was like, I should just listen to my mum. It's like I should have just listened to the hairdresser and taken their advice, because they're not telling you this for fun.
Again, I'm not trying to sort of say why people don't home hair colour, because we as an industry all know that people should be going to. But the reality is, it doesn't work like that, does it, in real life? So how can people that are maybe doing their hair at home, colouring their hair at home, because they can't afford it, What advice would we give to those people that are thinking, well, look, this is great, you lot, but I can't afford to pay £100 to go and get a colour done?
It's just education. Like, they just need to be educated on the products, the risks of the products. Because even like with most colours, they still have metallic salts and stuff like that in them, and there's
the dreaded PPD and PTD
no idea about that.
If they're not a hairdresser, probably.
Well, is that that's true?
Exactly.
We won't go too heavy,
No.
but maybe leave that to some of Jordana's facts at
Yeah.
some point of the future
Should probably
show.
touch on that.
But and they also talked there was the haircuts as well, so not always just the colours, haircuts.
And I think that's another, because I think sometimes in the salon we don't elevate our craft in the way it should be.
Very true.
As a hairdresser, you kind of do these small principles, or we offer a free complimentary fringe trim, which some people are like, oh, I've got another fringe trim, do that, and then they're like, bye. So clients think, okay, well, they just did that, I'll give that a go, and I'll just trim those little bits.
How many times, hands on heart, have you had people that have come back to you and said, oh, I've trimmed my fringe, you just need to even it out?
Can I tell you about this story? So I had a client who had a really small fringe, forehead, and I was always saying why the fringe wouldn't work. It wasn't, no, I'm not going to do it. It's just, this is why I wouldn't recommend it. And I remember one day she said to me, what's it going to take for you to cut a fringe for me? And I said, the only way I'd do it is if someone did it and it went wrong. So she went home and cut herself a fringe, but went into her hairline. And what that means is you get the wedge.
Yeah.
And I remember her coming into the salon and being like, what can you do? And I was like, wow.
I can't believe she actually did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you
bad.
about fringes? I'm really glad you're actually going to do something style fringes. Bit of fun. But have you seen that one at home use? What they're encouraging at home now? It clamps in. You clamp in your fringe, and you get the clip.
No.
And you literally just clip it along. Yeah, because again, but they are doing it.
Yeah.
Because there is big money.
I want to try it.
We
should try it.
Let's get hold of it and see how easy these things are to do and techniques. But again, doing the home hair stuff, it's easier for people now to go onto YouTube, see all these things. So again, we talked about the Lee Stafford incident, but you go on YouTube, how to do my hair at home, how to comb balayage, highlights. What would come up?
Lots.
Shedloads.
Yeah, and probably some of them step by steps as well. And I mean, I suppose the hard thing is,
Are we too sharing?
Well, and that's a conversation. How much are we giving away without sort of? But we can't be in a day and age now where we don't share, can we? And I just think we've got to remember the small principles. Like, a client's not going to know about her face shape and where to go to the edge of the fringe, the eyebrows, and all these little details. And in a personalised world, we should be educating the consumer. We want to design this for you, not becoming this generic looking fringe that everyone's going to have, which if you go and do it yourself, could be the case.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I was going to just say about colouring at home and the affordability of doing hair colours is if you are really struggling, the one best advice that I'd probably say to somebody is contact your salon and see if they do modelling.
Yep, that's good.
Go to a college.
Yep.
You would be really surprised by how many salons and colleges offer this sort of thing. So if it is a price issue, what is the one tip that you would say, one big reason why somebody should not do it at home themselves?
There's so many. I think just because of like the risk of like your hair falling out and stuff like that. Simple health and safety. I
would say it's more from a reaction perspective. We're such a sensitive nation now when allergies are on the rise. If you do a shoot and it's a celiac, allergic to something, and I think that lady in that video is a prime example of actually people that have been colouring their hair for a longer period of time are more prone to reactions. It's not the people that just colour it after one session.
I would be really interested as well. I don't know if there's any facts out there on actually some sort of survey that has actually questioned, let's say women on how many women colour their hair at home and how many go to a salon. I wonder what the percentage would be. What would you reckon?
Higher than you think, I think.
Do you reckon 60% of women who have colour do it at home or lower?
I actually think it's maybe slightly lower.
You'd say lower.
Only because I think people are maybe more mixers. So they'll do their white hair coverage at home, but they'll still go to the salon for...
Like a balayage or...
And I think maybe, if, when I watch people in Boots and Superdrug, I'm always intrigued by that aisle. You see them looking and I'm always sort of wanting to go, why have you picked that one?
Yeah.
But that, it's the natural shades that they're going for. And
Again, boots, that same colours. Just before we move on, we're going to move on in a minute because we're going to bring Dan on to talk about men's baldness and hair systems. But when I hear clients talk about going to salon, to their chemist to buy a colour, and they don't know what colour to buy, right? So, who shall I ask? Well, I'll ask the boots assistant on what colour shall I be using. How on earth is that good? That you're getting professional advice from, or so be, professional advice by somebody who has no idea. Oh, that lovely dark brown chestnut we've got over there, and also women understanding the going from a dark colour to a blonde is not going to just happen in a box.
No.
You're going to have bleach.
And there's so many buzzwords about ammonia-free or these different things. It's also the complexities of what relevance does that have in the hair colourings at this moment. But again, if an assistant knows that there's some key words, they might be drawn to that one's ammonia-free.
It's got cactus juice in it. Makes your hair shiny.
But people aren't interested, are they? Really, I don't think
it would be maybe a point of difference to the big stack of colours that are happening. But yeah, you're right. Then they see the end result.
But actually, they need to know all about that.
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant. Love the video.
Yeah,
great,
so
as
good.
Always, we were sitting here chuckling away, just seeing Tegan out there, so the people of where was you again?
We're on Brick Lane, Brick Lane Shoreditch area.
Yeah, thank you.